If you had the net worth of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, what would you buy? Maybe the most expensive jet in the world. What about this island? Maybe even an entire town. Or you could use it to fund whatever ideas you have in mind, like going to space, or even stopping global warming. And that's because Jeff Bezos' net worth is $187 billion. Yeah, that's a lot of money. And now we're going to be giving you all this money. The only catch? You just have 24 hours to spend it. What would you have to buy to spend it all in a day? Well, with our handy buying guide, we're going to show you exactly how to spend your new wealth. So what do you say, big spender? You up for the challenge? The first thing every big spender needs is a plan. So let's go through a checklist of exactly what the most efficient ways to spend your new riches are. Number one on the list is getting some inspiration. Like, how does Jeff Bezos spend his billions? Like any good billionaire, he's spent hundreds of millions of dollars on lavish homes, cars, and even an $85 million private jet. But on top of that, he's also bought entire companies. Some of the most notable include grocery retailer Whole Foods and the Washington Post newspaper. But now you have access to all this money, so what's your next move? Well, now that we have some ideas, let's start spending. And a reminder, we mean spending. You can't give this money away to your friends, and you certainly aren't investing it in stocks or bonds. You need to buy stuff. We could buy some material objects, buy something really crazy, or even save the world. Let's start with the first one, and we'll get to the other two later. 24 hours are on the clock, and you're going to need to move fast. After all, Jeff Bezos makes $13.4 million an hour. And with just an hour's worth of moolah, you can buy one of the most expensive cars in the world. The Bugatti Centodieci, valued at over $9 million, where only 10 have been made. And here are some other things you can buy after just a couple hours of work. And you haven't even spent a cent of your actual net worth. This is just what you've made today. But let's be real, you could buy hundreds of expensive cars, clothes, and jewelry and barely put a dent in your fortune within 24 hours. So we need to be a little more ambitious. Let's see, Austin, Texas. Now that's a fun town. You could buy all 280,000 houses in Austin and still have plenty of money left over. But with the amount of bread you have, you can get so much more bang for your buck. So let's go even bigger. You see, when you get to a certain level of wealth, things like jets and houses are kind of boring. What you really want is power. And what better way to do that than start your own country? Now, this would probably shake up international law quite a bit, but with this amount of wealth, really anything is possible. After all, Jeff Bezos' net worth is higher than the GDP of Madagascar, Malta, and the Maldives combined. So if you're wealthier than most countries, why don't you just start your own? You could start by purchasing your own massive island and pay people to come there. You could make 10,000 people millionaires just for deciding to live on the island. Count me in. Then you pay some economists, political theorists, as many engineers as you want, and you make the place yours. With this kind of wealth, you can literally be a king or queen. Now, being able to buy anything you want and live out your wildest fantasies is tempting. But let's say you have other, more noble priorities. Do you want to make the world a better place? Well, with this kind of cash, you can. With the net worth of Jeff Bezos, you could pay for every cancer patient's chemotherapy in the world, and it will only cost you a measly $9 billion. After that, why not end world hunger? There are 820 million people around the world suffering from it, and for you to fix that would cost just $7 billion. After that, you still have over $170 billion left. With it, you could put an end to extreme poverty, end homelessness in San Francisco, and put a massive dent into stopping climate change. Although a lot of these things would take more than just money to solve, throwing a couple of $1 billion at the problem can certainly help. It can help afford things like housing, food, and paying people for their time and expertise. And sure, Bezos doesn't have $187 billion in liquid cash. His net worth is mostly tied to the current value of his company, but he still has boatloads of cash that could certainly help change the world. Now, your 24 hours are up, and you did it! You spent all 187 billion. Well done, big spender. Although your bank account is at zero, you quite literally changed the world. Okay, that was fun, but what about a challenge that's more rags to riches? Let's turn $1,000 into $1 million using the stock market. With our handy guides, anything is possible.